hi. Hello there. How are you guys? How's everybody here? Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? I don't know if I've done something wrong here on YouTube, because to the best of my awareness, I've done it right. Supriya, just check. Have I gone live on YouTube or not? I kind of forget things. Yeah. Oh, I can see people here. Yeah. All good. Yes. Hi Rajni, I'm fine. And you? I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. हम ठीक है जी, बहुत बढ़िया. आप कैसे हो? As always, kicking it. Living life to the fullest. Yes. This is Seema here. How are you? I'm good, Seema. Yeah. Seema, Ayan's mom, right? हमारे वाली सीमा, हमारे ग्रुप वाली. हाँ, हाय. बड़े टाइम के बाद लिखा है ना, सीमा अयान. या, नाइस. गुड टू सी यू हियर, सीमा. या, ओके. कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? Are you good? Are you doing good? So, what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about screen time. Is screen time really a curse for children on the spectrum? I just ended a class, okay? And I sought permission from the parent if I can use that little bit of the Zoom to educate my other parents, and she was absolutely okay. So soon I'll ask my team to cut that bit and download it, edit it, and we will not be able to blur the video. So I asked the parent if we can use it without blurring, and to which very graciously she said okay, because it is so awesome, it is so brilliant what we captured there. Okay, behavior correction done the right way, and before things could burst and go top the roof, the child, he started, and then the right expectation setting, and he settled, and then we counted, and he sat, and then he said bye bye to me, and the behavior was out. Yeah. And why I bring this up is, what was I doing over there? I was helping that mother learn how to teach the child story through a movie. Yeah, shown on YouTube. Now, why do I make a mention of that right here? Putting myself into trouble because quantums are closed and I don't do individual sessions anymore. This is a previous batch student and I'm just finishing their session. Yeah, I don't take them anymore because doing what all I do doesn't give me the time. Yeah, so a lot of people will say, no, do this with my kid. No, I cannot. Yeah, we have closed quantums because there is no time for that. But why do I make a mention of it here? Is that I was teaching this child, and guess the age, 8 years. I think 9 years. 9-year kid, how to go watch a movie, understand. Yeah. Pay interest in the movie. And how have we achieved it? Through the internet. By showing in stuff, pausing it, helping the child understand, then re-showing him. Yeah, asking him questions. So I ask you, my dear people, my lovely people, is internet a blessing or is internet a curse? Is screen time really a curse? A huge bit of my success with my students, I attribute it to screen time. Because the things that I want them to learn Sometimes it's not possible for me to teach them without the screen time. Yeah, I will do the screen and teach them the skills. Now this was the story of a bear that tried messing with the bees and said, I am strong and brave and powerful, and I break your hive and I will eat away the honey. What will you do? Okay, for a 9-year-old. And he broke the hive and the bees attacked him and he was stung all over. Now imagine a story like that where the child will have no understanding because they've never seen a beehive. They don't know bees are inside the beehive. It is extremely dangerous to even talk about it, that the child will experience anything like that by going close to a beehive. There is no question of experiential connect. How are we going to teach something like that? Using the screen. Now somebody might say, why do we have to teach all that? Because a child has to live on planet Earth, not Mars. So he has or she has to go to the movies. They have to understand comprehension. Then we cry, मेरा बच्चा को comprehension नहीं आते, कहाँ से आएगा? सिखाने के टाइम पे हमने क्या किया? टाइम फिश. अभी हम बोलते सब आ जाना चाहिए, कैसा आएगा? Right? So in between that 3-minute 38-second movie, which took me 1 hour to explain to the child and re-show until we got his attention and he understood what's going on, and then he could narrate. Yeah, between that 3-minute 38-second. Yeah, narrate as in he's not narrating right now, very little bit, very little bit. Okay, but yeah, he could understand, and the time won't be far when he'll be able to narrate it. Right? The whole point is the ocean of autism understanding is built step by step by step, drop by drop by drop. Today, if he will understand, the bear was annoyed. He hit the beehive with a stick. Tomorrow, when we do a story with him, the dog was annoyed. He will understand the context. Where is it coming from? Yeah? And this world will say what? Oh, that kid is high functioning. Mine is not. That is so overrated. So overrated. So outdated. And so merciless for the child, to say the least. So merciless to a child on the autism spectrum, to say the least. जी आपका बच्चा हाई फंक्शनिंग है इसलिए कर लेता है, मेरा बच्चा इसलिए नहीं करेगा क्योंकि वो लो फंक्शनिंग है. क्या तुमने इस तरीके से सिखाने की कोशिश करी? Did you try to teach like that? No. But it takes guts to stand up and say the truth, right? And then we say, हम 20 साल से मूवी नहीं देखने गए. आपने उसे सिखाया मूवी में कैसे बैठते हैं? आपने उसे सिखाया फॉलो कैसे करते हैं? एक सीन के बाद क्या हो रहा है? 3 घंटा की मूवी फॉलो करना है, 3 मिनट 38 सेकेंड की पिक्चर, 38 ही होता है ना, 30 8 38, 3 मिनट 38 सेकेंड की पिक्चर उसको समझने आता नहीं है. 3 घंटा की समझ लेगा? नहीं होगा. तो पहले घर पर सिखाएंगे, और उसके लिए क्या यूज करना पड़ेगा? स्क्रीन. तो फिर योर ऑनर जज साहब, स्क्रीन एक कर्स कैसे हुआ बताएं? यस, ज्यादा ही फिल्मी हो जाती है रजनी. टेल मी पीपल, इज स्क्रीन अ कर्स? इज screen a curse? I'll answer that, Divya Karthik 5762. First, let me do the topic that I want to do today. Is screen a curse? Screen is not a curse. Yeah? Your gas cylinder is not a curse. It will become a bomb if you switch on all the knobs and you play with sparks in the kitchen. Then it will become a curse. Otherwise, it is life-giving. A knife is not a curse. You use it to cut vegetables and to feed your tummy and others' tummies. It's not a curse. But to take the same knife and you go slaughter 5 people, it is a curse. Right? So please stop blaming other things and other people. Yeah? Other people, as in, oh, that therapist didn't do the job. Oh, that so and so, the school didn't do their job. As parents, we take the center stage. We understand that if our child has to not give behaviors when he's going out, he has to be understanding of what's going on there. And if he has to understand, he has to have some reference to context. And for the child to develop a reference to context, what do we need to do? We need to build it. How do we build it? Using the internet. Yes or no? So if we are building it using the internet, let's stop calling internet a curse. I am tired of this kid shouting at the top of his voice and banging his head, and I want to feed him, so I'll switch on a rhyme which he's seen 500 times so that he continues to watch the rhyme. Rock, and I will feed him like a vegetable. Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, that rhyme is a curse for that kid because it is teaching him how to bang his head. I hope you are understanding the difference. Use the screen wisely. It will open up avenues of growth, understanding, success for your child. We are talking about the screen. There are some complicated news items in the newspaper that my son is not able to understand. You know what he does? He goes to Gemini, clicks on the app, takes that news item, screen, just a picture, puts a prompt. I am not able to understand this. Can you please explain it to me? And Gemini explains it in simple language. Tell me, is that a curse? Or will it ever be a curse for anybody who's using it judiciously? Yeah? So when any therapist tells you, इसका स्क्रीन बिल्कुल बंद कर दीजिए, ask them why. Ask them, how do I compensate for the lost learning? What all were the goals that were taken up in this month? How are you going to teach those goals if you're going to switch off the screen completely? How else are you going to teach the goals? And if the person is not able to achieve the goals within a month, which they said they will, then do not settle for that lame statement of, oh, you see, this is a disability, we can only try, we have been trying. Yeah, ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए, रिजल्ट चाहिए. हाँ, disability रखो तुम्हारा. हाँ, because we as parents know how to get the kid to achieve what they want to achieve. Another thing I tell you, such is the mentality of this country that has become, or not just this country, planet Earth. My son signed up for an adventure camp. Okay, it is for neurodiverse children. Okay, he signed up for it, and I wouldn't say it's the adventure camp's fault. No, it is not. They are saying if you're neurodiverse, then you have to have a caretaker. So he signed up. He says, Mom, will you give this much money? I said, yeah, I'll give. You go. He has to take a flight, go there. They say, write the name of the caretaker. He says, nil. He can't fill the form any further. That because this is a mandatory field. A caretaker with a neurodiverse person is a mandatory field. If you don't fill that, you cannot go forward with that Google form. So I said, for now, write any name. Write your mother's name. But I'm not coming with you. And then, Jay being Jay, very honest, in the comments he writes, I'll be coming alone. I couldn't fill the form, so I wrote my mother's name. The next series of questions that follow, are you toilet trained? This is a boy who scheduled, this is a man who's scheduled to start his master's MBA after having worked independently for 1.5 years in a different city. He's scheduled to start his master's by the end of August. And the questionnaire that follows is, are you toilet trained? Why did it become like it became? Is it the fault of that adventure company? No. They haven't seen any better. And why have they not seen any better, my lovelies? Is because we have not trusted our children anymore. In our eyes, neurodiversity means handicap for life. So if we have landed up creating that image by believing that our children can only do so much, screen is a punishment, and this is not right, and that is not right, and we have to feed them, and we have to help them get down the stairs, and we have to hold their hand while crossing the road, and they are not going to study, and they cannot, and behaviors cannot go forever, then who's going to have to correct it? We are the ones who created it, so who's going to have to correct it? Who's going to have to correct it? We are the ones who are going to have to correct it. How are we going to correct it? By trusting in our children. Yes, by learning the methods, the techniques. Right? How do we learn the methods and techniques? By empowering ourselves with knowledge. Tell me something, yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah? Give me some emoji or something. You are free to say, Rajni, you are talking nonsense. I'm okay with that. But at least tell me something. Am I talking nonsense, or does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? I absolutely understand, unless you have seen it. There's no reason for you to believe it. Yeah? You say, the only version of autism I know is a kid who's banging his head. But are we brave enough to change that version? Is my question. Are we brave enough to go out of that comfort zone that no, this kid can go through school. It may not seem so right now, but that's how it can be over a period of time. And if we are ready for that, then are we ready to learn how to do this? Is my next big question. Are we ready to learn how to do that? Yeah, thank you. My amazing world 1263. It absolutely makes sense. Yes, please. Thank you so much for acknowledging that. I'm the only person who's saying on YouTube that our children can make it. Mohammed Adnan. Do you know how many bricks I get thrown at? I mean, not literally, but energetically, from the fraternity that I'm fooling people. And imagine 20 years is a long time. I still don't give up. And I continue to produce results past 20 years. And why am I doing it? Because I believe in children. I may not have seen your kids, but I believe in them. Because I know autism is workable. Because I've worked with enough children to tell you it is. And it would be a biggest disservice to children on the spectrum if we just put them to a side saying they cannot. I'm an army officer's daughter. No war is over until it is over. And that too, a war regarding your children. It can't be over until it's over. And you know when is the war over? When your heart monitor looks like this. That's when the war is over. Abhi, there's a long time for that. Abhi, it's looking very much like this. So how can the war be over? Right? What do we need to do? We need to experiment newer and newer things. Like I told you, Our goal today was to understand how little fellow, my student, could learn how to pay interest to a movie. So we started with a small movie for very, very young children, 3 minutes and 38 seconds. And we took 1 hour to explain that to him. And n number of shows. Okay, let's watch this again. See what is happening here. Eventually, he began to take interest. And he's like, yeah, beer put hand in. Yeah. Now he's taking interest for 3 minutes and 38 seconds. What do you think am I going to do next? 5 minutes. What am I going to do next? 7 minutes. Slowly. And then click screenshots of that. Take it as a print. Put it in a notebook. Make a story out of it. Do questions and answers. We've taught him how to read. Do questions and answers in writing. A kid that the schools said in Canada said, he'll never talk. He'll never write. He's talking, he's writing. Okay, 1 year. 1 year. His behaviors were like nobody's business. His behaviors are gone. Today, in the last 30 seconds, the behavior flared up, but the mother was trained. And I'm watching. Yeah? And then I'm like, count now. And after she gave a couple instructions, and he's trying hard to, hug her tight and start crying. And she's like, we sit down, safe hands, 10, 9, and it began to die down. Yeah, the impulse began to die down, the child sat. And I said, that was brilliant. Can you say bye to Miss Rajni? And you can go play. And he controlled himself and he said, bye, Miss Rajni. That was a major breakthrough. Yeah. This is how day after day after day after day after day we are going to train the children. Is it going to be easy? All the faint at heart? All the people looking for easy answers? I am so sorry to break your heart. It's not going to be easy. But is it going to be worth it is a question that you have to ask yourselves. Is it going to be worth it? Oh, 100% yes. Because this is your child. I don't know about anybody else, but Rajni sleeps like a rich woman tonight. Yeah? And I don't call money as riches. That happens anyway. Even that Theka Sharab Desi Angreji, that beer shop wala, he also earns. Everybody earns money. Come on. Yeah. Rajni is rich because she is today able to impact even this much, one more life. Yeah. And that this much and this much and this much over the years becomes another thing. And that is what makes us real rich. Yeah. So today's topic is, do we run away from the screen? Hell no. Use the screen judiciously. But if you have to use the screen to learn, to teach your child, you have to be aware. Yeah? So if you think all of this made any sense whatsoever, we do a 3-day boot camp. Yeah? It's going to come up now, 15 days from now. Like coming Saturday, Sunday, no, thereafter. If you are interested, type I, okay, or DM us. DM us, that's better. Okay. My team will send you the link. Okay. It's a 3-day fast track program. We will teach you how to cut down behaviors, improve language, build self-help skills. Yeah. Build, get a handle over sensory. Yeah. We'll take you through meditation experiences. We'll take you through teaching experiences. We'll introduce you to our app. Okay, the link of the app, Supriya, my team, please put it here also. Yeah, please understand. एक माँ होने की, एक पिता होने की शिद्दत सिर्फ मैं कितना अपने हाथ से रोटी का निवाला बना के उनके मुंह में डालती हूँ, इस पर डिपेंड नहीं करती है. इस चीज पर डिपेंड करती है कि मैं उनको कितना तैयार कर रही हूँ कि जब मैं आंखें बंद कर लूं तो वो किसी तकलीफ में ना हुए. मेरे जाने के बाद वो इज्जत और डिग्निटी के साथ जी सके। और ये इतना बड़ा गोल है, इतना बड़ा गोल है कि शायद प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन पाना इतना बड़ा गोल नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी ये अचीवेबल है, ये अचीवेबल है। हार्डवर्क लगेगा, एफर्ट लगेगा। डिसेबिलिटी वर्ड को हर रोज जाते हैं ना हम, वी पास टूल, हाँ ये शरीफ तरीकों वाला बात है। दूसरे वाले तरीके से बोलते हैं तो हम पी पी करने जाते हैं, पू पू करने जाते हैं, राइट? हम जाते हैं ना, वी पास टूल। So with this tool, you pass the word disability every day and flush it. Flush it. My child is capable. I need to find out the ways and I will. Brain is dynamic. It learns, it grows. Right? Yes? Commit to it. Commit to your child's growth and you will see magic with your kid. I've always believed this. If in a circus, parrots and monkeys and elephants and lions can be trained, biology says they have a lesser IQ than humans. Either we believe that our child, who's a human being, who's a Homo sapien, has a lesser IQ than a primate, a monkey, a lion, a kabutar. Yeah, that's not possible, no? Yeah, even if you say no, they are retarded. Even being retarded will be a higher IQ than an animal, right? So if animals can be trained in the circus, you give me one good reason why you will not train your children. They have a way higher amount of IQ. It's just that we need to believe that they are workable and train them accordingly. Yes. That is the real way of respecting another life. Yeah? Thank you so much, people. I am going to take your questions now. And hope you're well, ma'am. All your videos give my family exactly what your center is. SASHAKT. Yes. Yes. SASHAKT means empowered. That's why we named it empowered. We are helping create empowerment. Yes. Thank you. Please make a separate video or live for breaking rigid patterns. Judicial Services Platform 2844. Okay. I think I would have had about 50 videos on my YouTube channel in English and somewhere around 30 videos, close to 30 videos on Hindi channel for rigid pattern breaking. You could go through that, or you could come on in and join our live where we will show you how rigid patterns are broken. The latest one is what we experimented today, that he would hug so tight and then he would start crying and then he would bang his head to his mommy. So when he hugged, it was a rigid pattern. Yeah, finally we broken it and she's just talking very gently. Safe hands, gentle hands, put them down. Yes. Now 10, 9, we sit down. Thank you. Yes, we say bye to Rajni. We don't do what we're doing. No, that's not how we do it. And the child is sitting. And the child says, bye Rajni. And when we continue like this another 6 months, he will forget that this is what he used to do. Yeah, in the upcoming boot camp, I'll show, we'll cut a clip of this and we'll show it, right? So here's the point. Expectation setting, preempting sense of loss. Yeah, proper reinforcers, proper boundary setting. Yeah, all of these points as you do without getting angry and upset in your head, you can correct any rigid, non-functional rigid pattern with love. Yeah, without medicines, without sedating the child. Okay, can autistic children have coexisting learning disorders like dyslexia or dyscalculia? Oh, absolutely. But just like autism is workable, dyslexia is workable, dyscalculia is workable, it's just going to be a little harder. But it is workable. Everything, see, point is, take it to the last bit. If a blind child can learn how to read, a dyslexic child is only shifting shifting the words, right? Getting confused. The basic sense the dyslexic is using is eyes to register, and then it's causing issues. Now imagine if you say, okay, there's a problem because whatever he's seeing through the eyes is not able to process. Suppose I start treating that child like as if there were no eyes, and if the learning had to go in through some other means, like the blind, like touch and feel, yeah, like understanding it through various means. It's not that bad as a blind, because a blind child cannot see only. If they can read, dyslexic is still able to see. Yeah? Only after that, their mirror imaging, things are happening. Using color coding, using various techniques, it is very much doable. We do it all the time. There are coexisting conditions, they can be worked upon. The speed would be slower than a kid who has plain autism. Speed will be slower if there are coexisting conditions, but that's okay. If a blind can learn, dyslexic can learn. Yeah. If pigeons and parrots can learn, humans can learn. Yes. Always, I always tell myself, if those can learn, these can learn. Yeah. I'm not saying pigeons and parrots learn to read. Okay. But what I'm saying is, if they can be trained, these can be trained. Yeah. They're way higher and superior in their thinking abilities. Right? And yes, dyslexics, dyscalculic, we work with them all the time. They can do it. I am talking to you for very first time. Welcome, Aji, Deepti Singh, 1174. And I want to tell you that your scolding and hard word motivate me a lot. Sorry. Thanks for doing good work. I am so sorry. I don't want to scold anybody. I mean, I've just got hardwired like that. I have the most noble intention for all parents. If somebody cries, I cry with them. But yeah, I have one shade higher loyalty for your kid than probably for you. Yeah, and that's the way it is for me. Sometimes I'll say, oh Rajni, I don't think Jay can do that. I'm like, हो गया बस फूस हवा निकल गई थी खड़े हो ओके क्या करें अच्छा ऐसा कर आज पिकनिक जा रेस्ट कर तू ज़्यादा वर्कआउट हो गई एंड एक दो दिन के बाद आई विल बी लाइक चल शुरू कर डोंट या एंड वी फाइंड आउट अ वे या सो लाइक दैट आई never mean bad to any parent. If at all I have ever landed up hurting anybody's sentiments, they'll say I am sorry. ऐसा कुछ नहीं, but it's just that हमारे सिवा उनका है कौन यार. अगर हम क्रेजी इंसेन होके उनकी एबिलिटीज में यकीन नहीं करेंगे तो फिर कौन करेगा. बाकी तो बैठे ही हैं ना दुनिया में दूसरों को नीचा बोलने के लिए, ये नहीं कर सकता वो नहीं कर सकता. अच्छों को नहीं बख्शते. ऑटिज्म को कौन छोड़ेगा यार. वो तो दूर से कह देगा नहीं कर सकता है ना. रैगिंग और बुलिंग जो होती है वो तो रेगुलर लोगों की होती है ना. उनको नहीं छोड़ते कि तू नहीं कर सकता, तू केपेबल नहीं है, तू नहीं कर सकती. तो ऑटिस्टिक को तो वो तो शुरुआत से ये तो कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता. ये तो दुनिया का पैटर्न है. तो हम ही तो हैं जो बिल्ड करेंगे. और हम बैठ जाएंगे तो फिर कैसा चलेगा, है ना. इसके लिए मैं चलो खड़ो कोई नहीं बैठना. आपको भी, खुद को भी, मेरी टीम को भी. अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं हम, एक जिंदगी को बना रहे हैं, है ना. महादेव की कृपा हम सब पे बनी रहेगी हमेशा. आई लव यू ऑल. इज देयर एनी क्वेश्चन दिस साइड और नॉट. अच्छा लगता है मुझे आप लोगों से बात करना. और हमारे लाइव में आओ और उसमें आओ, बूट कैंप में आओ. आप सीखोगे बहुत सारा कुछ. और इस बार तो ये वाली जो आज हुआ ना सेशन, इसकी क्लिप लगाऊंगी तो आप सच में बहुत उसको मतलब आप यू विल सी इट इन एक्शन कि कैसे रिजिड पैटर्न फेड होता है. घर का है उसे ऑटिज्म अच्छा 9 ईयर का है क्या? मैं भी पढ़ती हूँ। मेरा बेटा 9 ईयर का है, घर का है, कहाँ से दिखता है मुझे? 9 ईयर का है, उसे ऑटिज्म है, कुछ नहीं बोलता है। एक ओटी मैम है, वो बोले है कि मेरे बेटे के वी नहीं, कभी भी नहीं बोलेगा। आरती चौधरी 92। ऐसे महान ओटी के पास आपको जाने के लिए किसने, कौन से पंडित जी ने सलाह दी थी, कौन सा मंत्र उच्चारण करके, कौन सा मुहूर्त निकाल के भेजा था, जो आपने किसी ऐसे के पास भेज दिया जो बोलता ये कभी नहीं बोलेगा। हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे आरव, जो हमारे गाने में फीचर हुआ है, पूरे यूट्यूब पे वो गाना फैला है, 16 लाख लोगों ने वो गाना देखा। हाँ, आरव दुबई से आया था, 14 साल का होके, म्यूट। आज आरव बात करता है इन लेस देन 1 ईयर, 14 साल का। ये पता नहीं कौन महान है जो 9 साल के बच्चे के लिए कह रहे कभी नहीं बोलेगा। हमने 17 साल के टर्न अराउंड किए हैं। आपको क्यों, गंदे लोगों को क्यों सुनना आपको है? ढूंढ के मैग्नीफाइंग, फिर बोलोगे डांटती है, मैग्नीफाइंग लेंस ढूंढ के, हाँ कौन है ऐसा जो मेरे को बताएगा मेरा बच्चा नहीं, तो वो चल उसके पास चले। हे राम, अरे मत जाओ, है ना। एक बार को कोरोना हो जाए चलेगा, क्योंकि उसका तो इलाज हो जाता है। गलत फेथ किसी ने इंस्टिल कर दिया ना बाबू, तो उसके पल्ले तो फिर कुछ बचा ही नहीं। किसी ने ये सिखा दिया कि ये कभी नहीं होगा, तो फिर क्या उखाड़ लोगे किसी का। आज की डेट में तो खैर कोई मेरे से पंगा लेता नहीं, डरते हैं कि इसके सामने नहीं बोलना कि नहीं कर सकते, नहीं हो सकता। लेकिन जब यंग टाइम्स में मेरा बच्चा छोटा था, जब कहते थे नहीं नहीं ये नहीं हो सकता, तो मेरी एक सिंगल पॉइंट फोकस था, बड़ा क्लियर लाइफ में। ऐसी मेरे को सुगंध भी आ जाएगी ना, सुगंध नहीं होती है, दुर्गंध होती है, कि ये पर्सन नेगेटिव है, वो उधर से निकलेगा, मैं उधर से चली जाऊंगी, मैं रुकूंगी नहीं उसके। क्यों रुकूं? क्यों मैं अपने ऑरा को किसी ऐसे के 1 किलोमीटर के रेडियस में भी लाऊं जो कहता है कि नहीं कर सकता? क्यों? ऐसी मुझे क्या ऐसी ज़रूरत पड़ गई भाई? ऐसी कोई मजबूरी नहीं है। तो मैं अपने आप को रखती ही ऐसे लोगों के आसपास थी जो कहते थे देख इसने कर लिया, देख इसने कर लिया, देख वो कर लेगा, देख वो, ठीक है इंटरनेशनल थे तो क्या हो गया, टेम्पल ग्रैंडन ने कर लिया, है ना, सीन बेरॉन ने कर लिया, देखो पोकेमैन बनाने वाले ने कर लिया। तो कई कहते थे ओ उनके जैसे हम कहाँ, उधर जाने ही नहीं। क्यों उनके जैसे हम नहीं हैं? उनके 4 हाथ हैं? नहीं, उनके हालात अलग है। क्या होता हालात? तो बहस भी क्यों करना, टाइम क्यों वेस्ट करना? ये ढूंढो, ढूंढ के निकालो किसने कर लिया, और उधर को गाड़ी मोड़ो भाई। नहीं कर सकता बताने वालों की तो कमी नहीं है, 1 ईंट के नीचे 4 लोग रखा है, फिर तो यही करते रहे हैं। इसीलिए तो आज तक बच्चों के साथ जस्टिस नहीं हुआ, है ना। हर पेरेंट रजनी जितना पागल होता ना, आज हर कॉलेज में ऑटिस्टिक ग्रेजुएट हो रहे होते। कभी कभी और किसी किसी स्थिति में पागल होना जरूरी है, इतनी समझदारी काम की नहीं है। इससे ना हम पागल ज़्यादा अच्छे हैं, है ना। मुझे कन्विंस करके दिखाए कोई, मैं बताती हूँ कैसे नहीं होता। Okay, is there any other question or we can call it a day? Yeah, my son 9-year-old going to school in standard 1, suddenly crying in the class, and if the teacher or caretaker comes to calm him down, they will start biting or scratching them. Sai 17. Understand, that's a classic evasion technique. Suddenly the behavior has happened because I start fumbling on words sometimes. Because the curriculum has taken a turn where this child is not able to understand. If the child is not able to understand, they want to get out of it. So what they've found, because they don't have the enough language skills to say, I don't understand what you are saying, can you explain it to me in another way? They don't have it. That's why they got autism. So they go, Wah! And the person, the minute they come and say, why are you crying? They start negotiating. And then they will, Why? Is like, say to the maid, na, please take him away. Or say to somebody, na. And then the person will be like, ouch, take this child away. Huh? जय श्री राम बन गया काम, चलो जी छुट्टी, जाओ झूला पे. Yeah, because I did not understand what work was happening. So what is the way forward? The way forward is do more PTMs with the school. Say, please tell me 1 week in advance what's going to happen the coming week. Use a shadow. Okay? Prepare some amazing foods for the child. Not to be given in the morning, please. Teach using autism specific teaching and training techniques. For example, if the school is doing 5 in my hair, 4 on my fingers, pick up nice erasers, go with the child to the stationery shop, pick up some flower erasers, something, but not too flashy that the child is only going to keep on looking at that. No. Okay, but really nice stuff that the child likes. They say, okay, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in my head. So you could pick up those 5 and put here. 5 in my head, and have a big flashcard of 5. 5 in my head, and then put it back and say 4 in my fingers, and put your fingers here, like here if you can see on the table, and keep one eraser here. So you say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's and you write that down. So you practice 1 week in advance ahead of the class, so that when in the class the boring children do this sum, 5 in my head, 4 on my fingers, and he's got no understanding, but now he has understanding because he did it with his mother back home. Okay, so now he has reference to context. Okay, 1 and 4. And before he goes to school, you say, hello hero, look in the fridge, pastry. You want? You want? Say no, you want. Say I want. Say in the evening. You behave first. No crying, no running. Sit, finish your work. You finish, you come back home, you get. You know, finish, you bite, mama eat. And the shadow should continuously keep praising him after he's done. So you did very good. And pick out the picture of pastry. This is waiting for you. Very good. Keep sitting. Let's do 2 more. Look here. Look, let's try this. So give them excitement. So he's looking at her. Yeah? If it's too much of a weight, have half a pastry in a dabba. And you say, okay, see here, show the dabba. Say, recess time. You get it. Okay? Let's do this some also. Let's do this. He'll stop crying. He'll stop biting. He'll stop. But we're going to have to do all of that. He is not understanding what they're doing. And this is his way of. Cartoon movie में कैसे दिखाते? गायब हो गया, उसको गायब होना झूले पे, है ना? तो गायब नहीं होना है तो उसको कैसे सिखाना है वो पहले आपको सीखना है. और बहुत सारे तरीके सीखना चाहते हो कि नियर एंड फार कैसे सिखाना है, हेवी लाइट कैसे सिखाना है, कॉन्सेप्ट्स कैसे सिखाना है, कॉम्प्रिहेंशन कैसे सिखाना है. वेलकम टू द बूट कैंप. बहुत सारा कुछ कवर करते हैं. और सशक्त की ऐप हमारे सारे बुक्स ऐप के ऊपर है. जाओ भाई, मेहनत डालो, है ना? वहाँ से किताब लो, रगड़ा बट्टी शुरू, तेरी चलो मेरा बच्चा. और फिर स्कूल के लिए तैयार करके स्कूल में छोड़ो, जहाँ वो सिंपल स्कूल में पेपर पर कर सके, क्योंकि घर पर 15-20 बार पहले हो चुका है. सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल विल आस्क मी, तो फिर मुझे स्कूल की फीस देने की क्या ज़रूरत? बिकॉज you will not get so many children under one roof anywhere else. He has to learn social skills. He has to learn how to behave in a classroom. अकेले बैठा करके क्या कर लोगे? He has to learn how to learn from other people. Slowly we will fade the shadow. Slowly he will start focusing on the teacher. We are also teaching them skills. We are teaching them memory enhancement. We are teaching them processing skills. Everything I can't cover here right now. Yeah, but they're methods. They're methods, and when you're teaching them using those methods, your child is boom. SUCCESS. And even dyslexics will read that in our classes. Because we have autism specific, neurodivergence specific teaching techniques. चलिए जी, चला जाए, मिलेंगे अगली बार अगले हफ्ते। बाय।